The BRS role in contracts. The BRS president, President Bowles, will be there for all national contract negotiations. On a smaller property, he'll be there if it's necessary for him to be there for contract negotiations. All the applicable vice presidents will be at national negotiation, and also they'll negotiate on the smaller properties that they have. The general chairman, generally they're at all contract negotiations that affect their property. Sometimes on the smaller properties, the local chairman will attend contract negotiations as well. So the BRS will also use whatever means are necessary to properly prepare and present our case for a good contract, whether we have to hire an attorney or an economist or whoever else may be necessary to assist. And we won't buckle under pressure. So 2 examples that have happened recently happened on our commuter lines, one on the Long Island Railroad, one on New Jersey Transit. On the Long Island Railroad case, and it's been about 5 years now, this was during sequestration. And the MTA, who negotiates for the Long Island Railroad, came in and said that we don't have any money. We're broke because of sequestration. So what's going to end up having to happen is that we want to pay you guys, but there's no money to do it. So here's your contract offer. Zeros across the board, no raises, and we're going to charge you more for health care. So how do you respond to that? Well, what the BRS did was we hired an economist, Tom Roth, one of the top economists, I think, in the country, and a very good labor guy, got a hold of the MTA's books, and as it turns out, they weren't broke. So we negotiated, we went all the way up to a presidential emergency board. We presented our case, and we won a fair contract. On a commuter line, you have to go through 2 presidential emergency boards before you're released to go on strike. We went through the 2nd presidential emergency board, and we won that one too, a fair contract. However, the MTA said that they challenged us. And they said that even though you've won those fair contracts, we're not going to institute it. We are going to go in, and you're going to end up looking bad. 1 million people a day aren't going to get moved to work because you guys are being obstinate about what this contract is. Well, that was during our convention in 2014. The Long Island Railroad didn't send normal large contingent that they always send because they had to stay back and maintain the strike lines. But before that happened, MTA finally caved to the pressure, we didn't, and we won that contract. A very similar thing happened in New Jersey, except this was with Chris Christie at the time, who was the governor, who was not a labor-friendly person. He took that down to the last minute, saying that he was going to portray us in a bad light. We were going to be the people that looked bad because we weren't moving people to work. Well, we held fast, and it was down to about the last couple of minutes before we were supposed to go on strike. And he eventually backed off, and we won a fair contract for our workers. So the BRS holds several trainings every year, and we do that to help ensure that our members are informed about national issues, as well as it provides us the opportunity to hear what's going on from everybody out in the field. It's really a 2-way street. We come out and we educate you guys on what's going on nationally, kind of what this training is here, but at the same time, when we're out in the field, you educate us on what's going on. Remember, we're a grassroots organization. So we hold several local chairman's trainings every year, and 1 general chairman's training are held each year. Okay, these training sessions teach our arbitration process. They teach the timelines involved, how to prepare for an investigation, and we also teach what it takes to successfully progress a claim. If you thought we talked about arbitration a lot here, we really get into it during our training. So we do at least 3 trainings a year up at Grand Lodge, and our National Rail Adjustment Board Vice President Brandon Elvey also takes the training on the road. We also hold several recording financial secretary trainings each year. These trainings teach the record keeper requirements under the Department of Labor, how to use QuickBooks, and how to accurately record and manage local and general committee funds. This is a huge undertaking. Since Secretary Treasurer Baldwin has been involved in training, he's incorporated our membership person, Kara, to come in and teach the training, and she's done a fantastic job answering questions about how membership works. And we also use our accountant, Gene Moore, to come in and teach the QuickBooks portion. Gene does a fantastic job teaching QuickBooks. If anybody ever has questions about how they need to do, Gene's just a phone call away, and he does a fantastic job. We also hold several local trustee trainings every year. And this training teaches our local trustees how to properly perform an audit that ensures that the local funds are being used properly. Okay, in all my years of doing this work, I've only seen 1 time where somebody was actually stealing from their brother. And if it wasn't for the trustees who did their jobs and caught it, that might still be going on. So the trustee training is very important. If anybody's interested in scheduling it, we don't bring them up to Grand Lodge to do that. We take that training out on the road. And so Secretary Treasurer Baldwin's office can be contacted, and he'll either come out himself, usually at the time that the audits are performed, or he'll send somebody from Grand Lodge out to give you the training, which takes about an hour, and to sit through the audit to see if you guys have any questions and make sure that it's getting performed properly.